welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Got Tim and Jonathan on the line.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't want you to take this the wrong way, Jonathan, but you sounded a little bit like Hannibal Lecter there when you said hello. I've actually started the game on a close-in shot of my bombers. They've already done a run to Rome, and they've hit them. I don't know if either of you saw earlier, but we've taken half the energy off their level 2 airbase. Must have taken out an arms industry, and Italy must have thought, whoa, what just happened there? Because I just hit them from far away with some bombers. Way over here. So just in range with a bomber that's around the airport, is around Azerbaijan. It takes about 2.5 hours to get the planes there, 2.5 hours back, so it's about a 5-hour round trip. I went to Rome first, hit them, 2 bombers, and then now I'm going back to Palermo because I think if they've got any air defence, they might have just sent it to Rome, where I hit last. So I'm switching back to Palermo and hoping they've not put any frigates or air defence there because it's an island. And then I might switch to like Naples, just randomly hit different cities so they can't really like gather their air defence in any sort of coordinated way. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think if they had any air defense, they would have used it by now.
Yeah, but the first run was surprise hit. So this is the second run, and I'm going on a different location. So, but yeah. Oh, what you're saying with all of our other strikes and stuff.
Yeah, they would have hovered it around somewhere east of their cities if they had any air superiority. So maybe he just doesn't have any defenses.
Oh, but I'm talking frigates and SAMs and AA, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of those, have we?
Well, he sent 3 destroyers and 2 frigates to attack my homeland and took down 2 cities. Tim, in a remarkable feat of naval one-upmanship, destroyed him in and out. Didn't take any damage, I don't think. Did you, Tim? Or
No, he was too busy just hammering away at the population of Kolkata.
Unbelievable. He pulled a blinder there. So Tim took out a lot of his navy, but we don't know what he had left.
I reckon you should take down
home.
his level 2 ports so he can't make any frigates. You're going through his level 3 one now, so
Yeah, go for level 3. That'll stop the destroyers, and then Naples is the level 2. Probably just hit that next, just anyway. Because he might send if he's got any frigates, he'd then send them to Palermo. I mean, you would if you've been hit, you would send them to where you've been hit and keep sending them to where, and then just realise that you're just going to defend what you can. So we are 28 minutes away from the second bomb run, and we'll have a look at what's happening with Russia. Actually, we've got a bit of a revelation about Russia. We'll let you know in a minute. 3 hours off my 3rd bomber. So by the time those 2 bombers get back, I'll send this 3rd bomber, and the next run will be with 3. So that'll be nice. What have we worked out about Russia, Kazakhstan, and Mongolia?
They are all the same person.
Da-da.
Wait, have we not discussed this before?
We have, but only Moscow, Kazakhstan and Mongolia. We didn't include Russia, but we found out, and we're absolutely sure of this, by the way, that Russia, Kazakhstan and Mongolia are the same player. We don't know how, because we know the game puts in fairly strict measures to stop, like, the same IP address and so on, and all sorts of stuff going on. But they've got 3 different accounts with 3 different IP addresses on this game that we know of. There could be more.
It's funny. He was like saying, "Oh, don't attack Kazakhstan or Mongolia. This is going to be a buffer zone," whilst he was just expecting us to comply with that.
Yeah.
And then he would have sent all three armies through to us. So
They
probably why he's not happy that his cheating hasn't worked.
Exactly, what a poor player. So this is interesting, uncovering this type of play and that it can even get through, because basically he was playing Russia with 10 cities. That was his main home game that he was probably had his main access to, where they're at home, it's their main device. The other two players, Kazakhstan and Mongolia, who knows, it could have been a friend's phone, a friend's house, or like a mobile or something he didn't have as ready access to, but set up another couple of zombie plays basically to feed Russia. So he set up a couple of zombie countries to feed an already massive country and achieved nothing. Actually took Moscow, took it down. So Italy took it back. So baited him. So the big stack went over to Nizhny, took it. I took Moscow while he was over there, and he's only just taken it back. So I baited him back, and just baiting him back and forth and giving him the runaround in Russia is fantastic. It's just buying us time. It's not doing anything whatsoever with his big stack. He's achieving next to nothing, and this is really playing into our hands. Really happy with the play so far. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's kind of been like a bit of a damp fart, that stack. It's slow, it's powerful, and it's going absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, which is great. In the meantime, I've just started research on level 3 of the rockets. So day 17 is when I can go for level 4, which is going to be in 2 days' time. Okay, well that'll be long enough, because actually you can see how long it would take. Get a unit, like say on my home city, that you can't fly, like the mobile SAM. It's not going to be very fast, so let's pretend we're sending it to where that big stack is, just to move. Oh, is that right? 1 day, 17 hours to get there, because it's just cutting through all the quick places. So actually he could go for my capital quite quickly, but actually cancel the order. I think he's going to take a very long time to get anywhere. I don't know if that's right, actually, because it takes like a day just to get through some of these provinces, but I guess it's it's picking the open ground, and there is an awful lot of desert and open ground in between that stack and me. There is. Wow, and there is kind of a route through the mountains as well. Just go through a little bit of the mountains and then through.
Well, my 3 artillery are in central China now, and it's going to take them 3 days to get to the front line.
Cool.
Nizhny. It's just ridiculous.
Long old way. But 3 days, that'll go before you know it. And that big stack will still be plodding around. Probably going for this rare material city. I can't pronounce it. Voronezh. But I'm just going to keep taking the land around him. So it will just be his cities and the pathway through between them. And just play a war of attrition, really. And in the meantime, attacking his home cities. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to win this game. In the meantime, how are you getting on, Tim? What are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. I think I've taken the last of China's provinces.
Nice.
So that's that war.
Good one.
Dealt with. Mongolia's dealt with. Just taking this little spat of Russian land on the east, and I'll take that little island as well.
Great.
So
that one.
Yeah, over the next couple of days, I'll just sort of I'll finish off Korea, South and North Korea. Probably move on to Japan after that. I killed all of Australia's boats that he had. He basically had a couple of corvettes outside each city, so I just did a full lap of Australia.
Whoa, did you?
Just reading notifications.
I'm sure you
Have you
should.
barely taken any damage?
No.
I'm sure you should like get some sort of Guinness World Record for lapping Australia, destroying all the ships.
I'm also sending my SAMs to your front line because I just don't really have any use for them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to encounter any air threat, I don't think, taking this inactive player land. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're just on their way to you.
Oh, I
Couple of
wondered what
days.
that was. Okay, so that's this. Oh, very nice. Okay, we'll take them. Yeah. Cool. I wondered what that was and where it was coming from because it was like, what? It's coming from like the ocean. I could see there's a red line. It shows up as a red line coming up through from the ocean.
Where exactly shall I send them? To like
yeah,
Volgograd or
yeah, send them up there where you are. More specifically, it will have all changed by the time you get up there, but yeah, that's where we want them on the front line. We could do with it.
I'll level them up in the meantime so they can fly.
Great. So I've got a couple of SAMs and an AA in a big medium stack I'm trying to form. No, I might just drive it through Europe or around the back of Russia at least. Mop up some of these cities and maybe some of the rogue states. Yeah, these guys can just go on a path through. Just need a few more troops to sit on cities, really. Jonathan, I think you might have missed my message on WhatsApp, but I've built a field hospital in the an air base in the north.
Yeah. I've already moved my planes to an airport just north of that, but it's a backup. That's fine.
But they could still be sitting on it and healing.
Well,
It's
it's
built.
actually the same healing value on a normal city as on a level 1 field hospital.
Oh, I see. Yeah. 1 hit point a day, and then field hospital 1 hit point a day. Okay, fine. That makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, like now you've built it, we might as well keep it. If we end up holding this province,
Yeah.
troops can sit on there too.
Yeah, whatever. Like, it's good forward sort of field hospital. We could build them in other places. How's this bombing run going? One of the reasons that we know that Russia is also Kazakhstan and Mongolia is that we get these hilarious kind of like expletive messages that are very specific, and they involve things like fish and members of people's families, and the wording's so specific and in capital letters and badly spelt. It's someone who's not got English as their native language, but still has a fair grasp on the darker side of it. Let's say they've used exact same words, phrases, across the 3 countries that they control. There's absolutely no doubt it's the same person. But we're also, to that measure, we know Italy is not the same player. They're definitely a different player. 17 minutes away from bombing Palermo, and intact so far. So we can let you know in the next episode how they get on, because we may not still be on when they hit. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. What sort of stuff are you guys like researching, building?
At the moment, I'm upgrading my destroyers and my naval recon, so that's going to be a radar. I think it's a radar increase or it's a sight range increase.
Is it naval aircraft level 2?
Yeah. So that's just radar,
Naval rated.
range increase, and then just getting the air defense upgrade on the destroyer. So I want to get those to level 4, so they have the same range as my naval officer.
Oh yeah, level
They all
4.
hit
Very
together.
nice. Okay, attack range level 70. Yeah, 75. Same as low level rockets. Yeah. And then when they get to the full level, they get a 100 range, which is the same as everything. So that's the main thing to get to, isn't it? You've got 5 naval recons, patrol aircraft, and you've got 2 subs, 1 sub, 2 subs, 1 sub, another sub. You've got subs.
Yeah, basically
for
just want to,
days.
like, have the subs for defense, so I can mobilize the ships elsewhere. That'll be the goal.
And you've got your ship stack here, and you've got your naval officer level 3 who's hardcore. Let's have a look. It's got 14 attack against ships, 8 against subs, and then a little bit of missile defense, aircraft defense, and then the other stuff's a bit by the by. And he's with 3 destroyers and 1 elite submarine. Nasty stack. I could pretty much take on anything going that's built right now. You gonna go for any cruisers?
Yeah. That'll be the next job, I think.
That's the main aim of the game, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
A stack of cruisers. Not a lot can hold against that. I mean, don't know what you'd do.
Yeah, the only weakness is subs, really. But
Okay.
yeah, they just need to be stacked with a destroyer or 2.
Yeah.
But they're just a big
naval
meat
officer.
shield, really.
Yeah, got a lot of hit points. Oh, level 5 arms industry on your rare materials. You got a lot of infrastructure. Someone would click on your home cities and think, he knows what he's doing. He's a player. Do you think you're a player?
I think I'm a fairly competent human being.
You can click on a screen, press
within
buttons.
this game.
Hang on. He said he was a fairly competent human being. Not a fairly competent game player.
That kind of implies that you aren't a fully competent human being.
I haven't said
Suggest
that.
that you are a robot.
I'm not accusing him of anything.
I'm not convinced.
Recruiting office level 2, Jonathan. Naval base level 4.
Yeah. This is for my ballistic missile submarine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get those, actually.
So what is a ballistic... Oh. The
ballistic
one.
missile submarine is a submarine which fires ballistic missiles.
Well, obviously, but where on earth do you... Oh, right. So in the subs menu,
Usually
it's
goes
a
underwater.
separate sub. I've never had a look at that. So there's a specific ballistic missile submarine. Didn't know.
Yeah. Your only other option to fire ballistic missiles is a ballistic missile launcher, and that unlocks once you've researched ballistic missiles. If you scroll down, then you see it's actually listed at the bottom. Same with cruise missiles and ICBM launchers. I think for the ICBM launcher, you've got to have just the launcher. There's nothing else that can fire it, right?
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to put that sub in a stack or just send it alone?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to set it in a stack, and with a few of these elite subs, I'm going to try and level those up to level 2 eventually. And then the idea is people will come hunting for my ballistic missile sub, and they'll get cut down by the elite subs.
Wow.
And I'll have an officer in that stack too.
That is nasty. That's a really nasty strategy. Wow. And have you ever used that strategy before?
I actually haven't. No. So that would be something new for me.
Very nice. And for this game, absolutely. I'm not going to ask who you're going to target. We'll leave that as a surprise.
It was going to be Italy, but I mean,
All
like,
right.
by the time I get there, he's going to be dead from these bombers. So I'm going to have to pick a new target. So I actually don't know yet.
Yeah, I know. Well, if he can't defend himself from the bombers, a infantry unit just popped up bizarrely and randomly. Okay, so they've got a combat outpost in the harbour there. They're using to get
random.
past. I guess they're using that to bridge the gap between the mainland. But
Obviously defending it, like trying to defend the east of Palermo. But then if you just have troops on Palermo, then you're still defending it. So that seems absolutely pointless. And you can kind of guess that he's got troops on Catanzaro, just northeast of there too.
Well,
just a bit random.
What he's done is given us additional landing points as well, building harbours there. So very foolish. What's that? He's got a field hospital north of Rome, which is a bit odd as well. But then the infrastructure is pretty poor. It's arms industry level 1, kind of all over. Not even. He's a very competent player, but doesn't quite understand the infrastructure at home. So probably quite a new player. But, I mean, anyone that's built a big stack... Oh, he split his stack. What have we got? Oh, no, that's you. That was you.
Oh, right.
I looked at your stuff and I thought it was him. He's actually taken that tile of land west of Moscow. Probably heading down to take my land and go into Voronezh. How do you say that?
Ooh.
So we'll see.
A couple of messages from Russia. Nice. Discuss after.
We've been getting them several times a day. He's very diligent.
You never know which account's going to pop up though, do you? Sometimes it's 2 or 3 at once.
I think he's going for the Turner Literary Prize.
Yeah. I've nearly got... I know I probably don't even need this now, but I've nearly got... Yeah, I'm getting my 4th rocket on my eastern naval base. So that's going to be protected. Nearly built. Let's have a look at it on Jaipur. Yeah, 14 hours away from building a recruiting office level 4, which would be killer. And just trying to build the multiple rockets, but looks like I'm short of supplies at the minute. Yeah, when's that going to start? You hover over it. Starts in about 13 minutes. Okay, building my next rocket in 13 minutes. Just stacking up troops and tanks on each of my home cities, because we know that Italy have naval troops and they can land anywhere on any tile. They don't need a port, and they can just go bash right straight on a run for any city. So just making sure I've got every single city defended. Even this one over here, Dhaka. That's not home city, but it stops an entry into getting to a home city here or here. So, quite unfortunately, I'm using an awful lot of my resources to defend my homeland, but I've got enough assets out there to be still taking land, taking the fight to the enemy, taking land, taking Moscow, losing Moscow, and giving a big stack a run around. What are your thoughts, guys, on where we're going?
Yeah, once we get some more rockets to the front line, we can target this stack and take it down. So it's kind of just making us tread cautiously at the minute, but as soon as we can connect up through Azerbaijan and Moscow, then we'll have a big front line where we can really start cracking into Europe.
Yeah, big time. And I'll pump out some more troops. Maybe some more basic
Oh, I forgot
troops.
to say I'm in Australia too. They've got quite a lot of troops on Alice Springs, so I'm just attacking it with my plane. They sent like a couple of individual troops to reclaim some of the land I took, and it just made them really easy to pick off.
Great.
And now I'm attacking his main stack that he's got on the center.
Cool.
You haven't been attacking his troops on cities though, have you, Tim? Just the actual boats. So he might have a lot of troops coming for me, but I'll just try and feel it out with my strikes. Moving in some launchers and a radar to help me out.
Yeah, because troops do have a little bit of air defense, don't they? So hopefully they'll come at you sporadically and in, ones and twos like you've had already.
Yeah.
Pick them off easy. Is it worth building a bit of a hospital on Darwin to help you refuel your health in between when you're refueling and sitting?
Not sure how long I'm really going to stay here. I would just like to get to Alice Springs as soon as possible and then hold that.
Yeah. Hold the middle.
For an extra rare material. So I'm only on 108 an hour. It's just not a lot.
Come on, right. So I'm up to 57 an hour from losing my rare material site. But let me show you what I've got. Oh, I'm building airports, building an infrastructure to get my rockets bang out of there and into the front line. So big things are going to happen with the rockets. I'll leave them defended with a couple of troops, whatever. And if I lose them again, fine. But Tim's got his naval planes, which might help a bit more. But yeah, look, I've got, I think this is killer test. So the population was knocked down in Mumbai. We're talking about on my western port city. It was destroyed. Population went down to 1. That was about 3 days ago, maybe. Population's back up to 3. 64% morale. I've got level 2 hospital, level 2 bunker, and I'm building a level 1 arms industry. I'll keep building.
Yeah, you're recovering, and you didn't let it get you down. You're soldiering on.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't mind at all.
Give you, but I just don't. I'm only researching one thing a day, and I'm guessing it's probably the same for you.
Well, one thing every 2 days, because the production's 57 and it was lower, so it's improving by the hour by about 1 probably, or half a 1 per hour. But it will recover as quick as it possibly can, because building the bunkers and the hospitals first is definitely the better game when you're trying to recover your population and your morale. And the same with the other city. We're on level 2 bunker now, building that, and then we'll go on to building the level 2 military hospital, and then we'll go on to arms industries. So building up the components now, but that was always quite strong anyway. So it's at 258 an hour now, but it will go much higher. And been selling you some electronics, Jonathan.
Very kindly, yes, yeah.
When I've got the excess.
Any you've got, keep them coming.
Yeah. You're right for electronics, Tim.
Tim's gone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's fallen into the void.
Yeah, well, we know what void that is. It's a delightful void, apparently. Full of delight. Not for him,
yes.
but someone else. So, but not what you think. Not what you think. Really not.
It's like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Where are these bombers at then? Oh, they're nearly there. Oh, they're not far. 2 minutes 51. Shall we see it in?
Yeah, just like the new year.
Yeah, get out your glass of wine, party poppers, and a packet of special crisps.
Get ready for the fireworks. Packet of special crisps.
Yeah.
What, like Sensations?
Well, we could be talking the kettle crisps.
Oh, kettle chips. That's a good one.
Or well, We're not being paid for this, by the way. Aldi have these like barbecue flavor pop crisps. They call it. They're round and they're quite.
Other
crunchy
crisps
and quite
are
nice
available.
Well, we're not the
That's what
BBC.
the BBC say, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not the BBC. Oh, I don't know. There's a whole world of crisps out there, isn't there?
Oh, steady on.
Skittles.
Romania, 2 strike fighters hovering.
Ooh.
He's in
Ooh.
coalition with Italy.
Okay, I'm bouncing. No, am
Well-
I bouncing?
Nah, commit. It's fine.
No.
They're strike fighters, not air superiority.
I know.
So they've
I
got
just
2 damage against you.
I randomly panicked and then thought when I saw planes,
That's just cool.
but actually their attack against other planes is 2 damage.
So-
That's nothing. So where's he coming from? Oh, he's from Rome.
Yeah.
So if I
Yeah.
attack Rome, I'm going for Rome. Should I? Or not?
Possibly.
Because that's the air
Possibly.
base. So I've previously hit Rome. They're on 7. Yeah, because I'll do quite big damage now that I presume I destroyed an arms industry.
Well, that's going to be in 20 minutes, so
Yeah.
what an anticlimax to the end of the episode.
Oh, I don't even know I'm doing the right thing. I'm sure I am. Yeah. Well, that's very telling because if his only defense is 2 strike fighters from another coalition member,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's pretty desperate, isn't it?
But we're not attacking Palermo, so put your crisps away.
Yeah, and save them for the next episode. Any last thoughts, Jonathan?
Not from me.
Well, in that case, goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me and goodbye from Tim.
Over and out.